just 2 plays have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 54 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 8. Now it's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Our score after one. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, Wilson drops it underneath for Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alex Collins, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Trains from the spotted, so but I
tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Look to find another down, right?
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run on first down. It's Collins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 41, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Newton. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second and 10, Newton and Thomas has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Panthers have recovered.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They fake the give. Newton.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Giovanni Ricci
taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, now Wilson.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying.
Bulldogs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Newton. Right to the double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wilson now, the handoff to Collins. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Collins. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10.
Wilson wants to throw it.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Alex Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And with that, the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Abdullah, the return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here's Newton.
He gets it to Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Brandon, Alana.
Flush to his right.
Come on.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath.
I'm back.
A little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing is Newton.
A dump off for Abdullah. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the...
Let's go.
Look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Let's go.